Jesus was condemned to die by crucifixion. Pilate gave him to soldiers who took him and put a crown of thorns on his head. And they laughed and said, "Look, King of the Jews!" Then they beat him and spit on him, then took him out to crucify him. Along the way, they grabbed a man to carry the cross. They took Jesus and two criminals outside the city walls to a place called the Skull. There they nailed all three men onto crosses with Jesus in the middle. Pilate had a sign put on the cross of Christ which said, "King of the Jews." The high priest said, "Don't write King of the Jews." Pilate said, "I have written what I have written." All three crosses were put into place. Jesus yelled out, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." It was 9:00 in the morning. Some of the people standing by laughed and said, "If you're the Son of God, come down from the cross and we'll believe." Oh, religious leaders said, he can save others, but he can't save himself. He says he's the Son of God, but where is God now? One of the criminals said, "If you're Messiah, save yourself and us." The other criminal said, "Don't you fear God? We deserve to be crucified. But this is an innocent man. Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Today, you'll be with me in paradise." The soldiers divided up the clothes of Jesus among themselves, but his robe was seamless, so they threw dice to see who would get it. Jesus saw his mother standing near the cross, and John nearby. He said, "Mother, look to John as your son. John, take care of my mother." At noon, darkness suddenly fell over that entire area, and it lasted for 3 hours. At 3:00, Jesus yelled, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Then he yelled, "It's finished!" He bowed his head and died. Suddenly an earthquake struck that area. Huge boulders split in two. The veil inside the temple ripped from the top to the bottom. Guards that were standing near the cross said, "It's true. It's true. He was the Son of God." Later, some other guards came to break the legs of those on the cross. They did this so that they would quickly die and the bodies taken down from the cross before Passover would start later that night. They broke the legs first of the two criminals, and when they came to Jesus, they found that he was already dead. A soldier grabbed a spear and thrust it into his side just to make sure. A rich man by the name of Joseph went and got permission from Pilate to bury the body of Jesus. Some religious leaders also went to Pilate and said, this deceiver said that after he was dead for 3 days, he was going to come back to life. we're afraid that some of his disciples will come and steal the body and then tell everyone that he's risen from the dead. Pilate agreed to put a Roman seal on the stone and post guards to watch over the grave. Joseph and his friend Nicodemus helped take the body down from the cross. They wrapped it in strips of cloth mixed with herbs and spices. And then Joseph had the body put into his own tomb, and a stone was rolled across the entrance. A Roman seal was put into place. 2 soldiers stood and guarded the body of Jesus.